James Gunn is going to leave DC very soon. Now, despite the fact that nothing is confirmed yet if James Gunn will leave, but there is a high chance that that guy will not spend the next 2 to 3 years as the head of DC. Now, hear me out. As we all know, Paramount have acquired Warner Brothers for the sum of 111 billion. Now, if you know Paramount very well, if you're into movies and you know Paramount very well, you will know that Paramount is a production company that deals with blockbuster movies. Because take a look at it. They own Mission Impossible. Look at all the Mission Impossible movie. They own Top Gun Maverick, SpongeBob, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, even the likes of Avatar. I mean, The Last Airbender, stuff like that. Now, for the past 15 years, this universe have been unfortunate. In fact, it started to seem as if DC are cursed because our comic book are absolute. Our animation is absolute, but the movies are total garbage. Despite the fact that James Gunn is in charge of DC, there is still no improvement. Even James Gunn have even made things worse. Because before James Gunn, DC have already split into two, which is the normal DC fan and the Snyder fans. James Gunn would have brought both of these two fan bases together. But James Gunn decided to split this fan base into three fan bases again. In the sense that ever since James Gunn took charge of DC, there is no more animation. DC doesn't release animation anymore. Because before, DC normally produce, I think, close to 3 to 4 animations per year. But for the past 2 years now, there have been 0 animations. That is to show you that this universe is completely dead. Because currently now, we have the Snyder fans, we have the James Gunn fans, and we have the traditional DC fan. These are three fan bases that are split into 3 just because of bad leadership, just because of people that don't want to respect the source material concerning DC. Now just take a look at it. James Gunn have been in charge for DC for close to 3 years, and still yet there is no sign of Batman projects. There is not even confirmed that we are going to get a Batman in 2028. That is showing you that this universe is not even convincing anymore. And one of the reasons why most of these directors normally fail in the movie industry, because they like doing things their own way. They think that they know better than the source material. They think that they know better than the audience. That is why they end up dropping trash movies, and that movie will end up being a disgrace in the box office. Just take a look at the Flash movie. They have a lot of opportunities to make that movie one of the best things in DC, but they decide to go with their idea. And Flash turned out to be a horrible movie, one of the worst movies in history. That is the same thing James Gunn is repeating. Now, you are in charge of this universe. Your first priority is to induce DC Trinity, but James Gunn decided to bring projects like Creature Commandos, Peacemaker, Clayface. Imagine we are getting a Batman villain before Batman himself. That is a disgrace to Batman as a character. How can you be producing a Clayface movie when Batman movie is not even greenlighted yet? Okay, you are bringing a Clayface movie, there will be no relation or sign of Batman in the movie. How does that even make sense? Now, that is why I say that James Gunn is not going to last more than 3 years in this DC studio. Now, once Paramount buy DC Universe, Paramount is a company that normally takes authority. Currently now, James Gunn have all the freedom in DC Universe. That is why James Gunn have totally turned DC to his playground. That is why he's bringing projects like Clayface, Creature Commando, even the Batman Part 2. No Wonder Woman, no Flash, no sign of Justice League. He's doing DC as he please. He doesn't care about the fan base. He doesn't care about DC fandom. Now, if Paramount buy Warner Bros., they are going to put pressure on James Gunn first, because they will not just sack him first. They will ask him, James Gunn, where is the Batman script? Because Paramount, they don't care about all these lesser characters. They care about making 1.5 billion in the box office. Because the first question that they will ask James Gunn is, where is Batman script? Where is Wonder Woman script? Where is the Justice League script? We need this right now. Because DC have iconic and rich characters that have put mark in superhero history during the decades, characters that can make blockbuster money in movie industry. So they will not sit down and let James Gunn run DC the way he like. They are going to put pressure on that guy. And James Gunn, on the other hand, doesn't like pressure. That guy likes freedom. At the end, James Gunn will end up leaving this universe, which is what I want right now. Because if James Gunn leave this universe, Paramount will have full control over DC. They will bring in somebody that's aligned with their vision, somebody that wants to give fans what they want. And once DC start bringing projects like Wonder Woman, Batman, even the likes of Flash and Justice League, you will see that the DC fans that are split into three will now come into one. So guys, what's your thoughts? Do you think Paramount should put pressure on James Gunn, or do you think that James Gunn should just run DC? Let me hear your opinion in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you guys on my next video.